Learning Zili Nishmas Etta Ahuva Yaakov Masechus Bava Basra Perches Mishna Yomi. Kislev Nechasav Lebanav. If someone writes over his property to his son, Tzarich Sheyiftev Mehayoim L'achar Misa. He has to write in order for it to be chal, and yet he wants to retain the rights of it while he's alive. He has to use the words Mehayoim L'achar Misa, so that it will work. That Mehayoim is referring to the guf, that the guf is going to go to the son, L'achar Misa. And by him saying La'achar Misa, it means that I have the right, the father retains the right to the peiros until he dies. The Gemara explains, even though we find by a get, if you say Mehayoim La'achar Misa, it's a suffix, whether it's Tanai or Chazara, and therefore we say get ve'ene get, but that's only over there because it doesn't make sense to say that both are true, Mehayoim La'achar Misa. But over here they could both be true. The guf is Chal Mehayoim, and the peiros is only going to be Chal La'achar Misa. Divei Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Yasi Omer, in Tzarech, he doesn't need to say Mehayoim L'achar Misa because the fact that there's a Zman in the Shtar, we say Zman Shel Shtar Mechiach Alav, that it is automatically Mehayoim L'achar Misa. Mishnah continues weiter. Kislev Nechasav L'bnoi L'achar Moisei. If someone writes his property to his son after Misa, then Ha'av, like we just said, this case of Mehayoim L'achar Misa. So we said the father has the kinyan ha'peiros and the child has the kinyan ha'guf. So ha'avein yachal imgar b'nei ksuvin leben. The father can't sell it because he doesn't have the guf. Va'ben yachal imgar b'nei b'shas ha'av, and the son can't sell it because the father has the kinyan ha'peiros. Machar av, if the father does sell it, so it's only mechurin ad sheyamis. It's only sold for the peiros until he dies. Machar aben, if the son sells it, ein leker behem klum ad sheyamis ha'av, then it'll only be chal achar misas ha'av. If the son winds up dying before the father, so then it's a machlekes, Rabbi Yochanan and Reish Lakish, according to Rabbi Yochanan, that the father's kinyan ha'peiros is like a kinyan ha'guf, so then the lekech is not going to be kained at all. But according to Reish Lakish, that the father's kinyan peiros is not a kinyan ha'guf, so even if the son dies first, the lekech is going to be kained after the misas ha'av. The Mishnah continues weiter. Since the father has the right to the peiros, he could always be picking out fruits out of this field and give it away. Calls man that he's alive. But when he dies, whatever was left over at talish, that goes now to the yarshin. Now the rest of Mishnah Zayin and Mishnah Ches go together. If someone was nifter with older children and younger children, everything they split equally. Even though the parnasa of the gedolim is more than the parnasa of the ketanim, meaning the clothes, and even though the food of the ketanim is more than that of the gedolim, but still we say that they split it equally. We don't say that the gedolim get more clothes, and we don't say that the ketanim get more mezainis. Similarly, nasu ha-gedolim, if the older ones got married and they used this money for their chasana, la'achar misas aviyim, yisu ha-ketanim, the ketanim could get married the same exact way. But let's say the gedolim got married while the father was alive and they spent a lot of money then on the chasana, then im amru ketanim areinu nesun kederach shenasasam atem b'chayev, when the father was alive, then ein sheimelem, then you don't listen to the ketanim. Whatever they got over b'Yerusha is left over now, and they don't. Whatever was spent was alive was one thing, and now is a different cheshbon. It's only what's given over la'achar Yerusha that they split equally. And similarly, Mishnah Ches, hiniach banis gedolos v'ketanis, if they left over daughters and some were older and some were younger, ein ha-gedolos misparnas and ha-legetanis, v'legetanis and zaynis ha-legedonis, ha-lecholkim v'shavat, same exact thing we said in the last Mishnah. Nasu gedolos yisu ketanis. They get married the same exact way. But let's say the gedolos got married b'chayev, and now v'mamru ketanis hareinu noisus kederach shenasasam atem, we want to get married the same way that you got married when the father was alive, then ein shemel, then we don't listen. The Mishnah ends off, zechomer b'banis mi b'banim, banis have an advantage over banim, shabanis nizaynes ala banim, banis have a right to be teveya mizaynes from the sons, because that's one of the Tanai Ksuva. But if there's no sons and there's just older girls and younger girls, then the younger girls can't get mezainis from the older girls. Rather, they split the whole Yerusha equally.